Welcome back to KidsLearnPianoLive.com. My name is Jamin, and as you can tell from the countdown clock here, the lesson is about to begin. If this is your first time playing piano, welcome. I'm very excited for you. You're going to do great. Hopefully you already received from us the welcome packet in the mail, and maybe you even got started on the Absolute Beginners video pack to teach you the names of the notes and things like that. But if not, that's fine. You'll do great. I'll show you how to play all the notes. And if I'm going too fast for you, you can always pause the video or rewind it and go over the more difficult parts. You can always pause the video or rewind it and go over the more difficult parts. And even if you only learn a little bit of this song and you don't learn the whole thing, you'll still learn enough to help you build skills so you can learn other songs faster in the future. So jump in, give it a try. You're bound to end up at least a little bit better than you even are right now. Throughout the lesson, I may refer to Klopple Academy, and you can check out that link on the website if you want. Basically, it's a program that takes you all the way from learning the names of the notes, the very beginning, through 12 levels of classical and jazz music, through all the skills that you would need to become a professional pianist. So you would learn all the same stuff that you would learn if you're taking regular traditional piano lessons, probably plus a little bit more, but it takes about 5 to 10 years to complete. So you can just try out the first level, see if it's the kind of thing that you like, or if you just care about today's lesson and learning this song, then just ignore all those references and focus on today's lesson. If you're watching this at LearnPianoLive.com, there should be a PDF and an MP3 button right next to this video. The MP3 is a play-along track that you can use to practice more after the lesson, but a lot of students like to print out the PDF right now so they have it during the lesson. Careful, it could be up to like 30 pages, so just find the couple pages that you want and print those out. If you decide not to, that's fine. I'll show you all of the notes on screen as we go through it. And we will be going through 5 different levels of this song that all use the same play-along track. So even if you've never played piano before, you'll still be able to do level 1. And then as we go through level 2, 3, 4, and 5, then when we use that same play-along track, you just keep playing your same version. If you're watching this lesson in the archives and you have a question during the lesson, then feel free to click on that survey button. And at the end of the survey, there's a place for you to ask your question, and I will do my best to get back to you with the answer to that question. But if you're with us live as we're recording this today, then feel free to click on that chat button, and you can talk with all the other students who are logged in during the live lesson. And if you have a question about the lesson, then you can just go ahead and type that into the box that says, Ask Jamin a Question, and we will do our best to answer that question live in the lesson. All right, I think that's the end of the boring stuff. I'm ready to learn a song. Stay tuned at the end of the lesson and I'll show you how to win more points and earn more prizes next week. But for right now, let's get this party started. Welcome back once again to KidsLearnPianoLive.com. My name is Jamin, and this is the incomparable Kendra.
Guess what? My sunglasses are crooked, and I don't really know why. Can't get them to stay on straight. Maybe. But I have to say, it's very shameful, but I've never seen a James Bond movie. And my mom was like, Kendra, we've got to watch one now because there's a Kids Learn Piano Live lesson on it. Yeah. You need to be caught up, but then we didn't have time to watch one.
Yeah. I didn't think about that before now, but I don't know that there are any that are appropriate.
Really?
It's a really cool theme song. Yeah.
Well, then let's just stick with the theme song then.
Just stick with the theme song.
Yeah, that's okay.
I don't know that I've seen most of them either. I've seen a couple of them.
I mean, I've always seen James Bond as like being very cool. Like that's all that I've ever.
Yeah, like, and I get those like Mission Impossible kind of mixed up because I'm not really a James Bond fan. I just really like the songs.
Yeah,
the Mission Impossible theme is the same thing. Like a lot of those movies are not appropriate either, but the theme song is pretty cool. So yeah. Well, speaking of the theme song, hey buddy, let's get to it, man. That's Klopple. He'll be back sooner than I want, unfortunately. I like the guy, but he's so super impatient. Okay, so this one's going to use a lot of... Actually, let me play through the whole thing for you so you can hear what it sounds like, and then I'll show you how to play all the notes. It's going to start with an A. I'll show you how to find an A in just a second. It's going to sound like this at full speed.
1, 2, 3, 4. And then yeah, okay, so the part that we're gonna play is that the notes aren't too terrible, but they go really fast, as you can tell. This might be the fastest note playing that we've ever had to do. So let's try this thing right here. There's gonna be an A and then 4 B's in a row. So to find an A, all you're gonna do is take any group of 3 black notes, like those ones, or like those ones, and take the note that's in the middle of that group of 3, and drag it slightly up. That's slightly to the right. You land on an A every single time, no matter what group of 3 black notes you pick. As long as you take the middle one and drag it up, you land on an A every single time. So I'm gonna use this one for right now. You can use any A that you want. And we're gonna play one of those, and then really quickly, 4 B's in a row, and the B is just the one that's gonna be right next to it. So it's gonna be A, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, and really super fast. So A, 1, 2, 3, 4. A, 1, 2, 3, 4. A, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, as fast as you can. Now, this one right here, we're gonna have go back to the A for 3 more times. And this is important right here because the next thing is also an A, but I, on purpose, kind of separated them because you need to think of that right there as the phrase. Not 4 A's in a row, but 3 A's in a row. So A, B, 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 A, A, A. That's the phrase. Then we want to do the same exact thing, but this time with 4 C's instead of 4 B's, and then 3 B's instead of 3 A's. So it's kind of the exact same thing. It's just that whole second half got shifted up. So all those notes, if we took all those up 1 note, we would be up with 4 C's and then 3 B's. That'll take some practice to have an A and then 4 B's and then 3 A's, and then start the whole thing over again. A, but instead of going up to 4 B's, we're gonna go up to 4 C's. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 3 B's. 1, 2, 3. And then once we do that, we're just gonna do the original thing one more time. This is literally the exact same thing as the original one over here. So we're gonna do that one. And then we're gonna do this one right here, that second one that we did, right there. And then we're gonna go back to the original one. So it's kind of like just going back and forth between these two ideas of using 4 B's and 3 A's, or the other one which uses 4 C's and 3 B's. So it's gonna go back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. Let's see how many times. If we count this one, the one with the B's in it, as number 1, and then we count the one with C's in it as a number 2, then we're gonna go back to the number 1, then we're gonna go to the number 2, then we're going to go back to the number 1, and then we're going to go back to the number 2. So we go back and forth 3 times. Number 1, number 2, number 1, number 2, number 1, number 2. And on the last number 2, it does a little funky thing at the end here, which we'll talk about in just a second. But first, let's try all those notes that we know so far. And right now, if you're with us live, this is not the time to try to get all these notes. You're just gonna try to get a couple of them. If you're in the archives, make sure you pause the video, practice number 1, and then number 2, and then number 1, and then number 2. So when you come back, you can play all of them with us. And if you mess up, that's fine. Just rewind the video and try it again. But everybody play along. Let's try this thing with the track. Here we go. We're actually going to take a little break at the beginning, so we're going to let it kind of come in and warm up. All right, here we go. Ready? Get ready on that A. And 1, 2, ready, go. A, B, 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 A, 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 C, 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 B, 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 A, B, 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 A, 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 C, 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 C. And then that's where it's gonna all change right there. Okay, so that'll take a lot of practice right there, but because I know Kloppel's being pretty impatient and he's gonna want us to move along here pretty quickly, I wanna show you this last thing right here. I kinda cut off the last 3 B's because the last 3 B's are not actually 3 B's. It's a B, and then a B flat, and then an A. So all of those notes in a row. Instead of having the 3 B's like we had before, down here on our last number 2, it's gonna be B, B flat, A, and then we've got to jump way up to a G sharp. So let's count through our alphabet starting on A. It would be A, B, C, D, E, F, G. That would be a G right there. And then the note slightly above a G is a G sharp or a hashtag right there. So that one is a G sharp, that black note right there. And then we're gonna come down a little bit and land on a G natural, a regular G. So we're gonna play a G sharp and then a G. And that's coming off of these three weird notes. So we've got B, B flat, A, G sharp, G. It sounds absolutely horrendous unless it's in the context of the whole song. So if it sounds weird to you, I had a feeling. Okay, this will be our last time through. We're gonna play a B, B flat, A, and then a G sharp, and then a G, and then the last three notes are gonna be an E and a D and an E. So we'll need to count up from that A, B, C, D, E, to find out where the D and the E are, and then we're gonna play E and a D and an E. All right, like Kloppel said, let's play this through one last time, and then you get to practice it a whole lot more on your own or with us in the levels 2, 3, 4, and 5. But let's try this all together. Ready? Here we go. We'll just kind of shake it out, get ready, prepared, while it does our little intro for us. And then, here we go. Ready, set, go for it. A, B, 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 A, C, 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 C. A, C, 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 C. B, 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 A, B, 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 B. A, C, 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 C. B, B flat, A, G sharp, G, E, D, there you go. That's all of the notes. Like I said, we'll get a lot more chance to practice all of these. But if you're practicing and you can, even if you can only play part of it for us, that'd be cool. Then you can send us your videos and check out JP playing the first part of the Mario intro. Like this. 3, 4. And then we play through the whole song. Okay, now I told you there are So send us your videos even if you don't have the whole thing. Great job, JP. And Kendra, tell us about our weekly activity.
Yeah, so this week is the bass clef dice, and you just cut out the dice and tape them together so you can test yourself on the bass clef. And tag Learn Piano Live when you post a picture on Facebook or Instagram for 150 bonus points from our mascot penguin Kloppel.
Yeah, all right. Well, we've got a game today called Axel Saints. So there you need to know 2 songs. The first song is Axel F. You've probably heard this in like some cartoon movies. It's that one right there. So if you've heard that song before, that's called the Axel F theme. I don't know why. Even if you've never heard it before, just kind of get used to that sound. Bum, 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 ba-dum, bum, bum, bum. The other one is Oh When the Saints Go Marching In, which goes, oh when the saints go marching in. Those are your 2 songs that you need to know. I'm going to play the first 2 notes of one of those 2 songs, and you're going to have to tell me which one was it. Was it Axel F, or was it Oh When the Saints? Okay, so here's the tricky part. You're going to be playing against Kendra. She's really good at these. By the way, if you're at Kloppel Academy level 3 or higher, you're doing minor thirds, which is the Axel F theme, and major thirds, which is the When the Saints Go Marching In. So those are the 2. If you want to know what the technical names are, Axel F is minor third, and When the Saints is a major third. But here we go. Playing against Kendra, I'm going to play you 2 notes, and you tell me if you think this is a major third, When the Saints, or a minor third, Axel F. Here we go. Yikes. And Kendra, what do you think?
I think it's Axel F.
It is Axel F, a minor third. Yeah, cool.
I used to go to the roller skating rink a lot when I was younger. They would always play this song, and I didn't know what it was, but now it's like ingrained in my
Yes.
memory.
Yeah. I think it was in some really old movie called like Beverly Hills Cop or something like that. I don't know. I've
okay.
never seen that movie either. But what I know it from is the movie Monsters vs. Aliens, when the president walks up the steps and like the alien ship is there and they've got like the synthesizer there for him. And have you ever seen that movie?
I don't think
Oh,
so.
it's awesome. Yeah, and that's like what the song that he plays for the aliens is the Axel F theme.
That's
anyway.
wonderful.
Okay. So, how about these notes right here? That sound like the beginning of Axel F, a minor third, or When the Saints, a major third. And one more time. See if you can beat Kendra on this one. What do you think it is, Kendra?
Well, it sounds like it's kind of, this is going to sound weird, but it's like it's rising up. Like it's very like triumphant.
Yeah,
Like it's major. I think it's major.
It is major.
Saints.
It is a major third.
Okay.
Yeah, When the Saints Go Marching In. Cool. Last one. Here we go. What is that? Super low, if nothing else. Man. What do you think, Kendra?
This is hard.
Uh-huh.
Can you play it again?
Yeah, sure. One more time. What do you think?
I honestly don't know. I'm gonna go with the Saints.
It is When the Saints.
Okay.
Yeah, I tried to make it tricky because it's
That
super
was
duper
crazy.
low. So most
Yeah.
people would think it's minor because it's low, but low and minor are not the same
Exactly.
thing.
Okay.
So that's When the Saints Go Marching In. Great job. Hopefully you got some of those. Kendra got all three of them as usual. But now it's time for a little bit of mailbag.
If you'd like to win an extra 750 points by being the mailbag winner, just fill out the survey at the end of the lesson or send us a message anytime during the week using the contact button at the top of the page.
And this week it's from the Inspire staff who says, Dear Jamin, how do we ask questions if we missed the live lesson? Well, if you fill out the survey, then I get those questions, or you can also email me at the contact form. But if you fill out the survey, that's actually a little better because then that gives me a little bit more information about like what lesson you were watching and stuff like that, if you've got a question about the lesson. So if it's about the lesson, then use the survey if you're in the archives. And if it's not about the lessons, if it's just about something in general, then use the contact form and I'll get them either way. And I think most of you also have my personal cell phone number, so you can also text me, but probably the best way is to use the contact form and the survey because those go into all of our streams for getting you the right answers from the right people. Now it's time for a little bit of secret information.
Secret information.
And today for secret information, I had the same costume on as I do for the song because it's kind of secret information-y already. But this week, in our top secret information folder, we have some information about this song. Okay, so the first thing in our song profile for today's song is that anytime you have a minor chord with a raised 5, that's going to kind of give you the feeling of like this James Bondy secret information kind of thing. So like this feeling right here. Okay, actually, can you throw the keys on there? I want to show them. So how to make your own like secret information song. And this is in the secret information song. It's in the Mission Impossible song. It's in the James Bond theme song. It's in Perry the Platypus. It's in pretty much like every song that you've ever heard that like has some like secret agent in it. It's just a regular minor chord, and then all you do is take the highest note of that up by a half step, and then up by a half step, and then back down. And that's the feeling of like secret agents. So, and if you're wanting to write your own songs, which I know a lot of you guys are doing, it works with any minor chord. So you could even use like a D minor chord. You could take that one and take it up a half step, and then take it up a half step, and then back down. But again, that's not information for most people. That's just kind of secrets behind the music. The next thing, the last thing on the song profile for this one is this song, we say that it's in the key of C major because it's mostly all white notes, but that's not quite the case. Here's how you can tell if it's in the key of C major or if it's in the key of A minor. If we have a song where it feels like the whole thing's going to come back to an A, like A is home base, then and it's all white notes, then it's probably the key of A minor. Also, The really big giveaway is this one note right here. It seems weird, but if you've got a G sharp, and that's the only black note that comes up in your song, you're probably in the key of A minor. So just by looking at this song, even if I didn't see any of the rest of the notes, if I just saw that G sharp and I saw that the G sharp was the only black note in the whole entire song, I would know we're in the key of A minor. But that's not information that most people need. That's the secret information. And the last piece of secret information is who won this week's raffle. Maybe it's you. Congratulations, way to go. Let us know what prize it is that you want. Let's go to level 2.
Transitioning to level 2. This may be confusing to level 1 students, so please continue to practice the level 1 version, or visit learnpianolive.com/level 2 for a detailed explanation on how to level up.
So sadly, the lesson preview has come to an end, and it's time to say goodbye to everyone watching the free streams. Of course, paying subscribers at learnpianolive.com can continue watching this lesson and several hundred others like it in the archives. So come on over and check us out. And if you like what you saw, at least like and subscribe, and then tell your friends to head on over to learnpianolive.com to start enjoying this journey with us.